Namaste, sir. A very warm welcome to our talk show series initiative by Praveen Lata Sansthan on the topic STI, HIV, AIDS prevention, cure, and support with Mr. A.J. Hariharan, Founder Secretary, Indian Community Welfare Organization, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So, before starting the interview, I would like to thank you and welcome you to our interview.
Yeah, it's my pleasure talking to you, particularly young people like you taking initiative. It's highly appreciable, and we are for young people, and so definitely we want to be part of that. Even though we have a lot of other work to do, but still it is important that we encourage young people and reach more young people who's the future of our country.
Thank you, sir. Sir, to start with, when I went through the profile and the website of the organization, when I read about you, so my first question is derived from that. You had an opportunity to contribute in the academic fields and excel in that. And you also are part of the entertainment industry, the film industry, and contribute in the field of arts and culture. And in between these two, you are the founder secretary of Indian Community Welfare Organization. So, sir, how has been your journey and what motivated you to start this initiative?
Yeah, ICWO, just before that, we will look into HIV/AIDS background. The whole of the country scenario started in Tamil Nadu, Chennai. So it is worth talking about the background of the HIV cases and how the AIDS program started working in India. In 1986, the first case, HIV case, was detected in Chennai. The whole of country is taken for a shock. Sorry, they thought it is only European problems and it's in US, it's not in India. That time, I mean 1986, it was quite shocking for people to know HIV is in India. After 2-3 tests of confirmation in Parliament, they have announced on June 1986 that HIV case was confirmed in Chennai. So, Tamil Nadu was very embarrassed to say it was thought it is very very traditional and nobody at risk and HIV is not here and very orthodox state and particularly Chennai, oh nobody is like that and things like that. They strongly believe and they found this happening, positive case. The whole of India, it was very new and nobody know how to deal with it. I was in school, college, and completed by 1990. We were involved in various social work activities. And the moment 86 HIV case was detected, and the local government, the municipality said, no, we can deal with it. We know malaria, dengue, we have dealt with it, so we deal with HIV. And they started campaigning, oh, HIV is there, you become AIDS the next day. They will become skeleton and the snake, they make up posters like skeleton and snake is coming out of the mouth and blood coming out from the eyes and no, you'll die within 2-3 days and HIV is very terrible, dangerous disease and all that. The campaign was on and they found after a year nothing happened. No impact is created based on this. And there was adverse impact. People started hiding. When it comes to sexual behavior, they won't come out and openly say, this is my problem. When you terrify them, they go still underground. They not even tell anyone that they're suffering and they have some problem. To reverse a negative impact, and at that time, WHO, World Health Organization, luckily, Tamil Nadu has better health system compared to other states, and they have spoken to the WHO, said how we can deal with it. We are there in first state, and state want to respond immediately to this findings of HIV case. WHO said we will be more happy to support you, and we need to do a research and find out how this HIV is spreading from where, who are at risk. Then state was welcoming that. They said, okay, we will do that. I was out of the college in 1990, and they know me, but of working some projects on AIDS in the college, making some poster. Even that time, we don't know much about it, but still, we want to make aware of young people and say condoms. Condom can prevent HIV and things like the very basic ones. And WHO, they said we need to do a research, and they hired an anthropologist from Amsterdam University. His name is Robert Osvogels. He's one of the genius guy in doing this exploratory ethnographic research. Actually, there are only two people who can train others in this type research, who travel and train them, and hands-on training. And there was one person in US, and he don't want to travel. And literally, he's the only one who can go. He's from Amsterdam University, uh, uh, Department of Anthropology. Anthropology. He's a professor there, and he willing to travel. He came here in 1990, 1990, 91, 92. He was here. He trained us. He trained us and how to do this research, and then we found that there are 96% of people are not at risk. So we see a marketplace, you see a bus stand, you see a common gathering, movie theater, or mall. You see 196 of them are not at risk. No point in telling these people, be aware, we do this, do that, and all that. No point. That is not going to impact your program. The only 4% of the population are at risk. Who are those 4% of people? Are the female sex workers, gay men, transgender, ID drug users, not smoking, tobacco, intravenous drug users, who inject drug through the blood vein. So if I'm one of the user, I inject, the blood will come to my syringe, and I share this with the other person. Immediately, if I have HIV, you will also get it. So this group, another one is mother to child transmission. This is all the way we need to intervene. So antenatal mothers, intervenient drug users, gay men, transgender, female sex workers. So these are the people. That immediately they said, maybe antenatal mothers we know, but other 4 of them is not here. There is no gay person in India. Oh, we are very clean, holy country, and there's nobody there. It was in 1990, 91, and it was very strongly believed. Maybe transgender we know, the very 100 people, 200 of them. And sex workers in Chennai, they said there are 21 of them, 10 of them have gone back, not in Chennai. 7, 8, we arrested them, we put them on jail. So there may 1 or 2 sex workers. There is no people, literally, the high-risk people. Antenatal mother, we already have interviewing them in the government child care hospital. Transgenders, we know, we'll tell them, so they will obey us. Where they don't impress these people to how to deliver this information to them. So this is quite complication, and they just said, no, let's find out how we will identify those people. Then Robert Oswald was there. He was trained as for 6 months and hands-on experience, and we identified there are 3,000 sex workers in Chennai, where law enforcement agencies strongly believe there are only 21 of them, 10 have died or gone somewhere, and 7 they arrested, only 3, there are 3,000 who are identified, who are not estimated or forecast seen or calculated numbers. It's just number of people who identified them, 3,000 of them. And it's that came of revealing information to the state. It was believed only Chonagachi, Kamatipura, there are red light area, there are sex workers. There is no red light area, no sex workers. That's a very strong belief. And they say, oh, this is the area, Chennai, there are 3,000 sex workers in Chennai alone, not in the whole of the state of Tamil Nadu, Chennai alone. And it is, so it's, nobody can't believe that this has happened here. And they started blaming each other, and you are the one to do this and that. And they do exist, there 3,000 of them. And then WHO said we are very young people that time. We are around 21, average 21, 22. They say you five of us, you start your own NGO. We will fund you through the WHO. WHO wants to demonstrate that this is happening. They want to. They're convinced that the data is there and there are people there to work, and they want to demonstrate this. For simply no point in just telling you do this and go. So until there is no clue or no people to actually demonstrate that project. And we are there for 3 years, 4 years. From there, 3.5 years, we worked all together and made one of the model project. And later, UNICEF took this research, replicated in 5 other cities in Tamil Nadu, and that was taken as a model project. Later, Tamil Nadu State AIDS Control Society was registered, and all the states, almost all the states now. So Tamil Nadu is the first state to register as State AIDS Control Society. If it is Karnataka State AIDS, Maharashtra AIDS Control Society, and followed by all that. World Bank was supporting one of the leading consultant, Dr. Sundaraman. He was Dr. Sundaraman, Shamala, Nataraj, Shamla Ashok, Dr. Lakshmi Bai, all those were pioneer in this field who took this efforts to Dr. Vimal Charles, Dr. Ilanjali, and Dr. Sam, Dr. Kantaraj, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. William from VHS. They all took this to other states and other countries. Now there is an exchange program from Africa to India, India to Africa. And those days, sex workers thought, why these people are coming to us? And they similarly, all this year, I am 35 years and 15, 20 years, nobody came and saw me. Suddenly, there are a lot of people coming and talking to me about AIDS and all that. They don't believe us. There's point to say believe, not to believe people, because nobody care about it. Suddenly, you care about us. They're calling us, telling how we have taken our food. Is there any problem for you? How is your children doing and all that? They were suspicious, and they thought, oh, okay, no, these people are police people. They want to take more information about us, and later they do it. And it took some time for us to win the confidence that we have nothing to do with enforcement agency, nothing to harm them. We just want to make sure that they are safe. They are safe is everyone is safe. And even the very genuine question was raised from the community. They are very genius people. People thought it's only academician and well-educated bureaucrats are very smart. Normally, people think like that because they have power. But the community who are really suffering the day in and out every day, the problem, they are the better leaders. They said, okay, we understand now. You come and work for us, care about us because you don't want to get HIV. And there is a very genuine question. And they're saying, so you rich people don't want to get infected. So you come to us and say, oh, you do this and that. Even though now we have to only do this to make sure you are safe. And later they took it very positively that this program will create some good impact in the health of them and take some ownership. And there are different stages they went through it. And after 25 years, now they see it is their responsibility. It's my right to protect my health. I protect. Okay, I make sure I am living, earning for my children. And the different pattern of sex workers we able to identify, and the research has given complete insight about the life of the sex workers, like where do they come, how long they work, who influence them, where do they get the information, knowledge, attitude, behavior, practice, influencing pattern, power structure, complete understanding about the sex industries, how in fact and who influence it. And then we found out the clients has the major power in this entire industry. Because he comes and decides, because he has the money. He has the money and he wants to say practice particular type of sex, it have to be served. Otherwise, he will not come again. So the brothel owner will say, no, 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 you better do it, because we don't want to leave this guy. And next time he comes, he says, we want different girls. So the clients have more power. Then we thought it's not only working with sex worker alone, the poor ones also influence the client in the general public. Who regular men who convert into the client, we have identified different stages and we intervened, and like liquor shop and things like that. The program was quite successful one. After 15 years, when we found out, we asked them how this project was doing. They were saying, oh, very good response. Like they started using condoms, they started using consistently condom usage, they are comfortable with using the condoms. The taboo is less, and the STI is coming down, sexually transmitted infection is coming down. It's a major indicator. If STI is coming down, it means HIV is also coming down. All that tremendous. Then we talk about concern. What is your concern? We thought at least they will say fourth, fifth about HIV and all that, because we are there, we are the boss and we know everything. We ask them, what is your concern? First concern, they say children. Children are the concern. Okay, we are not embarrassed, but we thought, okay, some questions they will respond to about appreciating us. The second one, they say it's a police-related problem. And house-related problem, the third one. Then health in general. And before we started crying, they said, oh no, HIV is also a problem. Like that. So we thought, oh, what we have been doing. Over the period of time, we started understanding them, and general public thought sex workers are very bad people. They're very rich people. Unnecessarily, they're doing this and all that. But if you look at each and every woman, how women get trapped into this, is a very pathetic story. Each one of them, nobody is willingly practicing, because it is, you cannot practice the sex work willingly and enjoyable and things like that. Maybe you want to serve well to a client or a customer, you want to be very nice to them, but doesn't mean you like it or you enjoy it, because it is not like that. It is terrible. So we understand them slowly, and we thought, no, we need to do something else, not just only HIV. It took some time for us to understand, no, we need to ask this question. And then in 94, from 90 to 94, we all worked together in an organization called CAN, C-A-N. Then we found different opinion, and I came out and started ICWO, Indian Community Welfare Organization, in 1994. And that was very welcoming. We not very fought and came and all. It's very ideological clash, and we said no, no, no. It's better to everyone ask their own idea. And very healthy. Still, we have very good contacts and we share knowledge and experience. Then 94 we started. Let's say, okay, let's work with the children first, and simultaneously work with the police. Simultaneously work with housing-related issues. Then the children. We started working. We thought first game, what will be the priority for the children? No? Stop them entering into sex work. Sex worker children, they don't want the children to become sex workers. They are very firm. Then we thought we will equip these people. We'll try and empower them so that they can stop the children. Because none of the sex worker wants the children to get into it. But it was happening those days, because the age 25, if I am a sex worker, I am 25, I get 20 clients, 25 clients in a month. And if I am 30, I get 20. I am 40, I get 10. Above 40, I hardly get the clients. So my girl, if you ask me 25 years, when my girl is 4 years, I'll say, no, I will not let her go into it. When I become 30, 40, no other income, are single, 99% of them are single women. There no permanent partner or husband who support them. So it's very highly riskier, and they don't want to do it, and they can't able to do it. So we started to supporting them, empowering them, learning physically, making them stronger. We taught them karate and kung fu to make sure the violence against them is stopped, and we started working. For 17 years, we are supporting around 450 children of sex workers, and there's for educational support. We giving them on a regular intervention and impact, getting them into higher education. So we thought that area we are performing better. And now, what is right in this moment? Maybe today is 31st of January. You and me discussed, and I say something, and Nikarika also accepts. So, sir, is correct, sir. But after 5 years, what we discuss now, it's completely different. It is not right or wrong. It is different. They say these two people that day, what they spoke is like this: condom. Everybody must use the condom, or like that. They're saying, how can you someone say like that? They will say. So we are not here. I am not a sex worker. So I am working with them only. So they are the one to decide what is right, what is wrong, what they want, what they don't want. It may be right to you, it's completely not acceptable by them or me. And you and me not important. It's only the community to decide. We only facilitate them to decide. So that stage of the whole project is shifted into that mode, and they took some ownership, and they have sex workers collective of their own, and they decide to work time to time and what to do, take it forward. From HIV, if you in the initial stages, you bring them together, 20, 30 of them, and you say there is HIV, and there is a model of penis to demonstrate how to use a condom. When you take this model of the penis, they will start laughing. Even though they are sex workers, they attend clients and they laugh because they're not comfortable. But if you ask now, after 20 years, 25 years, they can pull down the bag and tell you how to put this on, and there is no inhibition, there is no taboo in showing this, because they're convinced that you must know how to use this one. From there to come here, and the policies, that time they have been called as commercial sex workers, CSW. When you go some data and research, find out 20 years before, sex workers been called as commercial sex workers. So it's very common those days, 20 years before. And 15 years before, they come strongly, take the commercial out of this. We want to call as a sex workers. Sex work is work. Sex work is a work. They say they work. Oh, we don't want to call as a commercial, because you are calling us commercial because you're getting your money paid for. And who else is not paid for? College professor is paid for, engineer is paid for, lawyer is paid for, doctor is paid, or you call everyone commercial. Commercial doctor, commercial professor, commercial, then you also call us a commercial. Or you want to call them also, no problem. Don't call us as a commercial sex workers. Into a drastic shift on this. Nobody started calling them commercial because they're very aggressive on coming on against it, and people accept that it's not fair to call someone already been depressed and marginalized people, and further stigmatize them as if they're doing only for money and other people don't do work for money. So like that, at that time it was commercial sex worker very common. After that, very strongly came out, and then so we gave everything the decision on the sex workers. Let them decide what they want. For example, if you want to do some sort of clinic, we ask them. You come and say what you want. You want a clinic or not? If they say yes, for what? And that ownership takes the project successful and longer than until you and me decide in the room, and it is more reason to get fail, because they come and ask me now. They started 5, 6 years, 10 years before, very politely, softly, and all that, and they took They understood that it takes time, but they come and directly ask me, who asked you to do this? For example, there is some effort in this project and we are not starting it. We are part of that. We encourage. They come on, oh, why you are doing it? They are just asking me. We are very happy that no, they're so empowered to come and challenge us our decision and things like that. They say you are okay only last 10 years. What happened to you? You always discuss with us before you go take up a project, and now you become no, it's not our project. Then we made them to sit and understand that it's not our effort, it's somebody's project, and they are asking for our help. Who are willing to be part of utilizing the service, they can do it. Oh, then say, oh, we know you now. Okay. So it's very nice to see, people very power type of power means pretty unpowered people suffering with lot, and now the suffering I don't tell completely is gone and they're problem free, but they started handling the problem successfully and now they can speak for them. And so that journey had come in that 32 years of time.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I stopped there.
And it shows that the way you have been very focused, so it has helped you to clearly understand what the sex workers actually want and what is good for them. It is handling over to them that what is good for them, and hence they can work upon it for themselves, for the betterment of themselves. So, sir, my follow-up questions will be on two of your other initiatives, which is supporting the LGBTIQ community, and also on how you work towards improving facilities in crematorium. That is
Yeah.
also considered a bit of a taboo, even in the present scenario. So, how do you work towards these two areas?
Yeah, what is LGBTIQ? We don't directly intervene like HIV/AIDS project with the sex workers and their clients. We work for the advocacy of LGBTIQ. For example, any violence against them, false cases, advocacy part we work with for the LGBT community. Even though we have some staff of belonging to the community in the program, different programs, and very initial stages, it was thought it is not possible to know appoint a gay person in the project. It was thought also taboo that people are afraid to see gay people, and they thought in all of India there is only one gay person in 90, early 95, 2000. A person named Ashok Rai Kavi from Mumbai. He came out and he's the first one to declare I am a gay person in India. They thought, oh, India had no gay person and one person or gay. One individual have come and oh my God, this country is disaster. One person is gay, and they estimate 10% of the population are gay people, and the millions of people they estimate. And when the research of sex workers been done, it is extended to MSM, men have sex with men. There are 7,000 people they've identified in Chennai alone, because the number is twice the commercial. That time it was called commercial sex worker, MSM they called, men having sex with men. It is termed for HIV program. It is not for uh, who is doing it, because in Western part, gay people, men have sex with gay men. Gay men have sex with gay person. Western Europe countries, and but in India, gay person men have sex with bisexual men. To throw more light on this is, if I am a man, 20 years, 25 years old man, I like to have sex with women only. But women is almost impossible for me to have sex until I go and buy, because there is a huge gap between girls and boys. Maybe you know a little bit of women, that's your mother. Maybe next is your sister, but and sister and brothers, there is no scope of sharing about feelings and opposite sex and all that. That is very taboo to talk to your brother. So if I am there, I am completely clueless what other opposite sex thinks about me or about the relationship and friendship and contacts, sharing. So we are the society compartmentalized. And in other part, girls and girls are very close. Men and men are physically very close. If I am a close friend, I have to put my hand in his shoulder. Other friends will say, "Oh, they're close people. They're very close friends." So they're physically very close. If in Europe you go and sit with, if you are a man and you go and sit with next to another man, you will take him for a shock. And they see us when we go out and we are very close and taking bags and carrying things. They look at us. We don't know. Later we understood. Oh, they might thought, oh, the whole of India is gay people, and they come and see. Oh, why they are very close with another man. It is not looked upon here. Where else in Europe, men and women, girls and boys are very close, not with boys and girls and girls. And it is very common. For us, it's very shocking to see they very closely, and the way they dress in the very cold winter. It's freezing, but still they are wearing very less of cloth and things like that. Completely different. So coming back on the gay men having sex with bisexual, I am heterosexual only. I like to have sex only with the women. Women is not there. So I people tell me, you go to this place, this beach, you go to this park, and this they come and men will come and approach you. And for me, it's a way of doing sex. It is not a state of being gay person. I go and have sex with the other men and come back. If you ask me, you are a gay person, I will say no. Wow, I will kill you. How can you tell me I am a gay person? I am heterosexual only, I will say, because I am interested to have sex with women only. I'm heterosexual, but functionally bisexual. I like to have sex, or I have sex with women, I also have sex with men. For me, it is not sex, it's a way of doing things, making me to come out. Maybe it will be enjoyable for the gay person or not. I am not bothered about it. I don't give any money, but it's still I am out. So it is riskier. It's riskier when you penetrate. The riskiest part of HIV is having anal intercourse. Without the condom, is riskier. So the gay person are put into more risk into this relationship. So this program is coined as men have sex with men. It is not a gay person or you're bisexual, heterosexual. You come here and have practicing the act is the riskiest. So the project is designed and done that. Initially, we are responsible for designing the program, contributing little bit, and now there are community. They took this project and leading it and took the project lead. Now we thought our role as our sex workers shifted to the children and empowering them. We thought, okay, we will now support them in advocacy or addressing taboo stigma in our social medias, and we run a YouTube channel and advocacy in this. And our part is uh, on initially started working with condom promotion and counseling, STA services with gay people. Now we shifted to advocacy part of LGBTIQ. And about the burial ground, one of the officer who worked with UNICEF, who know me for quite long time, he was head of the health in corporation. It's called City Health Officer, Dr. Kuganandan. One day he came me, he knows about my work and all. We normally do work which people don't want to do, or people not willing to do, or people are very skeptical and think it's a dirty type of work and things like that. We are more than happy to do those type of works. So he knows that. He took me to this one of the. He said, "I will come and pick you up one day. We'll go and see one place." So one place, okay, sir. He came, he picked me up, and he went to the burial ground, and he was talking to the people there. I thought he's this work he came and doing it. And later he came and he dropped me and he went back to the office. And the evening he called me, "What, Hariharan?" "Oh, okay." He asked me, "Okay." I said, "What, okay, doctor? What to say, okay?" "No, you take this burial ground and do it." I said, How can, what is our role there? I don't see any role in that. The burial ground is burial good, dirty place. What is there is dangerous and dirty, and what else you want to tell me? No, no, you need to change this. He's a very proactive person. Dr. Kohanandan is for the community, and he is one of the instrumental and major contributor in making the temporary staff in burial ground as a permanent staff of the corporation. With around 360, I think, of the individual who have now get into long back, 10, 15 years back. That's a very good initiative. You have done it. And he said, "You do it. Then give me some time and think over and see what is the role." Then I started studying what is the problem in burial ground and things like that, or how we can intervene. And meanwhile, I spoke to my wife as well. She's very God-fearing person. I told them, "This Gohan, sir." "Yes, yes, I know." He called me, took me to burial ground. I thought she's going to shout and cry. I don't know, we're planning to work in the crematorium. This is a wonderful work. No, it is in Mahabharata. There is a yagam named Ashwamedha Yaga. That is considered to be one of the toppest level of benefit you get. So if you cremate one person who's an orphan, then nobody there, you cremate, you get that what you call blessing of one cremation. You get the so very rich blessings. So you can take up and do it. Then I thought, okay. Otherwise, every day I go home, I have to take bath 3, 4 times and all that. So I thought, okay, she's done with it. Then I checked with it what is the gap and all that. Women will not go to crematorium generally. We started this 7, 8 years before. We thought let's focus on how make the women to go and women to women to be part of that crematorium. Then before women to go, what else she needs there? She needs a toilet. There is no toilet. It is general that there won't be a toilet in the crematorium. They into crematoriums. They don't expect to be a toilet in crematorium. They wait for their in the ground in the house of the person who demands for hours. They might come to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 4:35. Then they come 6 o'clock to the crematorium. Immediately, the moment they enter into it, 150 of them they'll open up in free defecation. They urinate. 150 have to urinate in one time. It's like a vast power motor. This is all huge sound and it embarrass people around there. And it is common. It is common that you have to go crossing these people. There is a slot by 5 o'clock and you are at 6 o'clock. Every time new people come, they come and does this. Another one is the unwanted elements hanging around. Enforcement agency avoid going inside because they have to go and take bath and they believe there's some ghost inside and come and catch them and bite them and all that. It was believed that particularly women don't go there. They are weak and the ghost will come and catch the women. All that is also we thought local ticket. And then I spoke to some of the key staff and said, we're going to take up who's going to come. Women, we want them. And the woman who came, the Pravina Solomon, she came and she said, okay, so sir, I will take up this program. Then we said, no, we'll not send you go there and we'll go and vanish. We are there definitely. Only thing we need to make these changes and don't worry about it. And and she took this as a woman into crematorium. And now, after that, there are more women started coming. It's a clean place. It's a green place. It's no spelling mistake in the. She writes very well. There's no spelling mistake in the recording. Normally, if you write Subramaniam, they will write Subramani in the death certificate. And if a male, they will say female. So after that, it's very difficult to change those certificates. They need to run to poll to change this. And all. And we've done some 30,000 cremation, 30,000, 30,000 cremation in this 8 years. Not even one single error we made. That's the biggest contribution we made. And women there, women started coming. And recently, 1 year before, I saw a girl, two girls coming in a motorbike and come and they went and took that hash and they went back. I was telling them, this is what I want. I just checked what happened. No, the two girls came and they did the last respect to the father, and they came and took this and go. I said, no, 7 years before, this is what we thought that must happen. So normally, if you are a girl and there is no boy at home, when the parents die, you expect your niece or nephew or someone or brothers who come and that's it. You women cannot do it. We said it's safe you come. People come and see that and they go and tell. And toilet is clean. And people go and use, they know it's clean, they can use it. And or we have a mic public address system giving some social messages, some songs on healing. We made the air condition, some air cooler, seating arrangements, and some videographs to make this safe place in internet free Wi-Fi in crematoriums. We planted more trees, made clean. Then we started announcing there is a toilet, go use and all that. Then one point we thought, what is this? They are not children. Even children know how to go use a toilet. It was not okay for us to tell go and use toilet. Then let we make something else so that they know to do it. Then he said to put up the board and saying there is a toilet available. Whomever use will they get a fabulous prices. So then they go use the toilet, go to the fabulous prices. They start going, and they will be waiting for around 40 minutes to 1 hour to get back the ash or wait for the slot. So they go on one person use and we give them some a pen, 6 7 rupees worth of pen, randomly, not everyone. They go and say, oh, the toilet is clean, and I want this gift. Gift is only 5 rupees, 6 rupees, but still it is gift for them. Using a toilet, giving a gift, he goes and tell 100, 200, and everyone started using the toilet. They don't use because it's our preconceived that it's dirty. Better to use it open and not go. So slowly we motivated and women started coming and things have changed now. So we thought maybe in 2 3 years we will come back again out of this program and people know the benefit of this and they started demanding no who are drinking water, clean place and things like that. And I think we're done with it. With 2 3 years we want to completely come out and let others take up and the government responsibility to carry on. But still we are there and we want to contribute in some other form. So making strengthening the cooperation efforts in doing it pollution free, or creating new space for them, uh, throwing out of all these antisocial elements in that because it's a paradise for those people. It's nobody come inside and people using drugs, who drinks, or who are into criminal activities, they come inside the crematorium in the evening and the whole night they spend there and the next day they break things there, they make the place dirty and no, it is their own secret place where nobody come and we throw the term out, everyone out and make them to use the local public toilets and things like that. I think that is what we have achieved. And now I see uh, some parents die. There are college students. Uh, there are 30, 40 girls. altogether. They just come walk in like some other place. So we are satisfied about the work, the impact, what we aim to create, we are able to create it. I thank all of you, and particularly you, Ms. Hikarika Pandey, Chris Utterbird, and Praveen Lata Santan, the NGO. Please convey my thanks to them. It's wonderful talking to you. And please send us the link, and I can share with many as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And the part which I really support in the improving facilities at crematorium area is that in a way there is sort of women empowerment is also coming alongside indirectly, maybe because we have had that traditions that only sons can do certain duties for their parents uh, when their parents last rituals. So through your initiative, it is bringing women in those customs and traditions, women also, that they can also do, and it is not gender based if the last rites are to be done. So thank you for that, sir. And with that note, thank you so much, sir, for your time, and hope you also liked this session.
Yeah, fantastic talking to you. Wish you all the best.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.